y'all? Welcome back to the Sunshine Way. I am your lovely host Kaya, and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I'm going to be doing cook with me, but while I cook, I'm going to be talking about just a few triggers, I guess, or triggering moments that I've had, or things that could be triggering to me since having a miscarriage. And the reason why I wanted to do this video is because, like, I feel like it, like the vibe, or I forgot what you call it. I don't know. It's like a thing that you call it, but basically, after someone has a miscarriage, it's kind of like, oh, it's just over, and then boom, then it's just gone. You know, you don't get like this huge grace period, or well, it's not like hugely known that like you get this huge grace period of grief or time or anything like that. And so, like, I just kind of wanted to talk about that. Like I said, hopefully this video doesn't turn into like a super long video, but I just kind of want to talk to that today with the cook with me. I'm making basically chicken quesadillas. I don't know if it's a different name, like actual name for it, but basically chicken quesadillas, but with corn tortillas. And then I'm also making homemade salsa for the first time. So I got all my ingredients you just seen. I got my blender, and we're gonna see what happens. This is my first time making it, like I said again, so it probably won't be perfect, but we're gonna see what happens, okay? And I probably will miss some steps or anything like that, but we still gonna eat it, and we still gonna flow with it. I also have some beans, and I'm making some rice as well. So the beans I already put in the pot. They've already been cooking, and then I just got to cook the rice, but I won't cook the rice until I start actually frying like my quesadillas or whatever. So let's get it. Oh, also I got my chicken breast already boiling in a pot, so that it can be shredded later. I didn't show y'all that process, but I will show y'all a little bit of me, I suppose, shredding the chicken, okay? Kind of address or kind of talk about is people saying congratulations. Now, people that don't know your business, even though I did put it on Facebook and YouTube, people that don't know your business, they'll say congratulations to you, and like you'll have this awkward moment of feeling like, oh snap, like they don't know. Then you got to explain to them, and then you got to have this whole moment of like, I'm feeling sorry for you, which is okay. I'm not saying that none of this stuff is okay, or that it's anybody's fault that you're triggered by it. I'm not saying that, because if someone don't know that that's what happened, then they just don't know. You know what I'm saying? But like, basically, people will be like, congratulations, and then you just sit there like, then like you gotta be like, I had a miscarriage, and then like people feel bad, and then they want to like kind of be there for you and just, I don't know, say certain things. The next one I kind of want to talk about, and honestly, I remember when the first time somebody said congratulations to me afterwards, I kind of just walked away. Like, I was like, okay, and then I just kind of walked away because I didn't know what to say back. Like, I was like, if I explained to them, if they really knew what was up, then they would know. You know what I'm saying? And that was another thing. The next thing that I kind of like want to bring up, and if anybody have any others that I don't mention in this video, then by all means say something. But another thing that was like a trigger for me was like basically having to have the conversation again about trying again. And I talked to my husband about this, so he already know like kind of how it feels. But like having that conversation again feels so sensitive, because it kind of feels like you're moving on, but it also feels like I have hope, because I know that I can try again, right? Because I know that it can happen again. But you feel triggered because you like this fear that come over you, and even though like you pray about it and you feel confident, but when the conversation comes up, it's like this pressure that comes in your chest, or these flashbacks that start going in your mind of your experience and what everything that happened and how it happened and stuff like that. Because if you watch my miscarriage video, you know that the way it happened was like real traumatic and very like, it was a lot. It was a lot. So if you watch that video, then you know, and you would know like how it felt basically. Anyways, so that was a thing. Another one is like basically like you feeling like people don't understand, and so people make comments towards you about like, oh, it'll just happen, or people make comments of, you know, somebody commented on my YouTube video and it was like, this should happen more often to people. My mama said that she feel like, my mama and my aunt said they feel like it was personal. So if it was whoever you was that commented on my video, yeah, you hurt yourself. But it was triggering a little bit because it was like, dang, you know, I've had a lot of struggles with this whole thing around motherhood and trying to get pregnant and then the miscarriage. And so it's like a very sensitive topic to me when somebody come for me and the way of motherhood or being pregnant or anything like that. But anyways, I'm gonna finish cooking. Alright, so I got everything here. Let's see. Boom. Y'all see it. Y'all see it. I might cut up the last one that I have it there. It just depends on if it needs more or not. But let's see how it's gonna go. So I'm gonna put all this. Yeah, basically what you do is you boil the chicken and then you boil it with seasoning and all that so that your chicken can have flavor. I usually put the what was it called? Like the chipotle sauce and peppers in it, but my husband said he didn't want it spicy, so today we're not doing that. But you do that. After you shred it, you put the chipotle sauce or whatever and seasoning in it. Then you put it on the corn tortilla and then add the mozzarella cheese on it. And then you just put a little bit of oil in your pan, kind of about the same amount that you put in the pan when you like cooking, what is it called? Pancakes. Anyways, the next thing that I kind of wanted to talk about or bring up, because I didn't know if anybody ever experienced, but like family hardships, or just like if you're having a bad day like with a family member, then that can kind of be triggering for you, because like while you going through what you're going through, you want to feel as close as possible to your family, and you want to feel that like your other places or your other positions, or I don't know if that makes sense, it's kind of secure. Like you don't want any of that to be threatened or anything like that. And so like when something else or another relationship with somebody else feels threatened, or when someone's not feeling good in your family or something like that, it's kind of like triggering. And again, I'm not mentioning these triggers to say that it's other people's fault that you're triggered, or that people shouldn't tell you if they're sick, or that you're never going to have other family issues while you're going through what you're going through. But it's just to say that I am acknowledging it so that other people that is experiencing certain triggers will understand. And then another thing is just kind of hard to like really sit there and process, like okay, like, because when I was starting to prepare for us to try, or while we were trying, I wasn't doing certain things or certain exercises, or I wasn't taking certain commitments, and so while you're trying to figure out if that's, you know, like if you're ready to try again, it's kind of hard to do that and be like, okay, what's the next steps in my life? Because then you have this thought behind your head of like, will it happen again, right? So should I spend all this time preparing, or I don't know if that made any sense. Should I spend all this time preparing with the possibility of it happening again? Basically, like, you feel like you're taking a huge risk by trying again, and just the whole conversation around trying again is a whole nother topic, right? But it feels like that, you know. And I think it's important to kind of be open with your husband or your wife about it if you are like feeling nervous about it. And men, you have a right to feel nervous about it too, because you had to see your wife like go through what she's going through, or experience it, or, you know, witness it, and you kind of, you know, you lost a child too. So it's okay to have that conversation as a married couple and be like, listen, like, this is how we feel about it, and this is what we're comfortable about. The next thing that's kind of like triggering is like when people rush you. Like, I know people are excited for you, and then they like kind of just want you to feel okay and be okay, and just for you to get that rainbow baby and the light at the end of the tunnel, right? So then people kind of start rushing you. They like, y'all ain't trying yet, when y'all gonna have a baby? Or like, you ain't pregnant by now already, da 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 da. Or they compare your experience with their experience, and they're like, oh, when I had a miscarriage, then this happened next, and I got pregnant immediately afterwards. And which that might be true, and I feel like that does happen to a lot of people, but it just feels like you're kind of being rushed. You know what I'm saying? And like, you don't want to feel rushed. Who want to feel rushed? Nobody. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. It's just kind of some of the things that's been going through my head, and like, you go through this process of kind of thinking to yourself like, will I ever, you know, get that, I guess, satisfaction or whatever of being a parent? Like, you get that feeling, and that's like a difficult thing to deal with. It really is. Like, it's no joke. Like, it's really a difficult thing to deal with. And so I think it's important to just, if you're not the person that had the miscarriage, and you're the husband, or you're the family member of that person, I think it's important to just be mindful of, you know, how you speak to them, or you know, like how you making them feel, or just kind of be choosy with your words. And I'm not saying like be extra sensitive around them, or don't be encouraging, but let them have time to grieve like they want to, and acknowledge the fact that they went through something. And don't be surprised if they still talking about it 4 weeks later, 2 months later. Don't be surprised by it, because it really is a thing. And like me, since my situation happened at home, I have pictures in my phone of my baby, and so like, I look at that often. I still have all the sonograms and all that type of stuff, and like, even that can be triggering sometimes. But like, I feel like it happened at home so that I could have those pictures, because that's the only thing I have from that child, you know. That's the only thing I have from them. So I don't know if any of this make any sense, or if I'm just rambling. I could just be rambling, but if you someone who has been through that, comment down below and let me know, you know, if you like kind of had some of these random rambling thoughts in your head of like, that kind of triggered me, like, or like you kind of want to like go inside your head and like think about it. Like, you don't want to think about it. Like, if you ever lost somebody in your life, period, then you know, like, sometimes moments will come, or memories will come up in your head, and you don't, like, you go into the space where, like, I want. Alright, y'all, so sorry, I gotta do this. Alright, y'all, so I just finished plating the food. Let me show y'all what it looked like. Don't that look yummy? We have our beans, our rice, some sour cream. That's what that is right there. Avocado. The salsa I made, it turned out too thin, y'all, but it's okay. And then my quesadillas, and I put some sauce on there too. But it turned out too thin, but it's fine because it tastes pretty good. It's just thin. So I feel like if I add some more ingredients, like the same ingredients but just more of it, so it can be chunky, or just add less water the next time and don't even worry about it right now, then I think it'll be fine. But we about to enjoy this food. So if you like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up, make sure you hit the subscribe button, and make sure you tap the notification bell so you can be notified every time your girl upload. And I will see you on the next one. Peace. Bye.